As a minister, as a pastor, one of my least favorite but necessary duties is to funeralize and eulogize members of the ministry.
Yes. Oh, he finna preach.
And at times, members of the Rockford community, every so often, I'm asked to preach at the funeral of someone I knew nothing about.
Yeah.
Wow.
Except they died. We're all familiar with funerals. Many times called homegoing.
Right.
Homegoing services for those people that we believe were saved, converted believers. After a person has died, has passed, has made the transition, the family makes arrangements with both the funeral home and the pastor. They want to make sure that their loved one has a proper and dignified service and burial, regardless to how they may have died. After the body has been prepared, dressed, placed in a coffin, flowers purchased, order of service arranged.
Come on, Bishop.
The day and time selected
Yeah.
and announced. People then gather at the church or the funeral home and speak well of the dearly departed.
He working.
The order of service may be arranged something like processional, scripture,
Bishop.
prayer, song, the reading of condolences, reading of the obituary,
Well,
remarks by friends and family. 2 minutes, please.
yes, Bishop.
Words of comfort by clergy, which are usually, they're usually stories or sermonettes, depending on how much training or lack of training there may have been. Then there's a song, a eulogy, parting view, a recessional, internment, and then we come back to the church for chicken.
Yes, Lord.
Most times, the pastor is chosen as the eulogist to both speak well of the deceased and to preach a message to the living to inspire hope and to encourage the living to live on and be strong. In our text tonight,
Bishop.
family of Jesus
Yes. Ah!
didn't have a week or days to prepare for a proper funeral
All right.
for Jesus.
Yeah.
His brothers and sisters, nor his mother, Mary, his mother, who was as close to the cross as she could get, had no time and no say in how the obituary for her son would read.
Yeah.
She had no time to call anyone to sing at the services for her son.
Bishop.
There was no time to decide on who would have remarks. There had not even been time enough to decide where she would bury the body of her son. There was no time to dress him. There was no time to prepare his body for display for the homegoing service. I was in Chicago earlier today at the Freedom Church, and I was thinking on this message, and I was handed a program for the 7 last words, and I was really shocked and surprised that Dr. Craig Melvin Smith had an insert in the bulletin that reads obituaries. So allow me a few minutes at this juncture to read the obituary of Jesus.
All right.
Jesus, Jerusalem, 33 AD. Jesus Christ, 33, of Nazareth, died Friday on Mount Calvary, also known as Golgotha. Help me, God. The place of the skull. Betrayed by the apostle Judas, Jesus was crucified by the Romans. By order of the ruler Pontius Pilate, the cause of death was crucifixion, extreme exhaustion, severe torture, and loss of blood. Jesus, a descendant of Abraham, I'm reading the obituary, was a member of the house of David. He was the son of the late Joseph, his devoted mother. Jesus was born in a stable in the city of Bethlehem, Judea. He is survived by his mother Mary, his faithful apostles, numerous disciples, and many other followers. Y'all know how you get the obituary. Jesus was self-educated and spent most of his adult life working as a teacher. Jesus also occasionally worked as a medical doctor, and it is reported that he healed many patients. Up until the time of his death, Jesus was teaching and sharing the good news, healing the sick, touching the lonely, feeding the hungry, and helping the poor. Jesus was most noted for telling parables about his Father's kingdom and performing miracles such as feeding over 5,000 people with only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, and healing a man who was born blind. On the day before his death, he held a Last Supper celebrating the Passover feast at which he foretold his death. The body was quickly buried in a stone grave, which was donated by Joseph of Arimathea, a loyal friend of the family. By order of Pontius Pilate, a boulder was rolled in front of the tomb. Roman soldiers were put on guard.
Come on, Bishop.